Broadcasting from the heart of London to your heart. Radio Harold Hill.
Good morning, and you're listening to Harold Talk on Radio Harold Hill. We broadcast on www.radioharoldhill.co.uk and also on the TuneIn Radio app and on our app, Radio Harold Hill, which you can download on Google and iTunes and, of course, BlackBerry. How are you doing? Today, I've got with me Sandra Long. Hello, Sandra.
Hiya.
Okay. Hello, Sandra. Say that again.
Hi.
Okay, now we can hear you. Thank you so much, Sandra. Yeah, Sandra is raising funding for Alzheimer's Research UK.
That's right, yes.
And you'll be running in the London Marathon next April.
Yeah.
Okay. I've never done a marathon before. Is it too late for me to start practicing?
No, you still got time.
Okay. Like, how many miles do you do per day?
I'm building up gradually, and I'm up to about 5 miles.
A day?
Well, in a session.
In a session?
Yeah. So, but I've got to run 26, so I'm a long way to go.
I went with my colleague down the road yesterday, and we both came back panting.
Yeah, it's tough.
If you're watching the camera, you can't see her, but she's in the corner here. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Before we go to Alzheimer's, let's talk about this. So, how many minutes of exercise do you do per day?
Well, I cycle to work, so that's building myself up as well, and I play netball 2-3 times a week. So that's helping me. I think my stamina.
You're super fit, aren't you?
Well, fairly fit, I suppose.
Wow. Okay. Well. Okay. Hope to see you next year, April, on TV running.
Yeah, I will. Yes.
Okay. Talk to us about Alzheimer's research. Why are you doing what you're doing, Sandra?
Okay. My father was diagnosed with dementia a year or so ago, and I just sort of obviously dealing with it firsthand realised how hard it is for him and families to deal with, and I just wanted to give something back. Really, we live in Havering, and the support we've received from all sorts of mental health adults, a tapestry has been fantastic.
Wow.
So it's just really to raise awareness for people. Alzheimer's Research UK are totally funded by donation. So it's just to help them and to give something back, really, for what they've given us.
And according to the figures from Alzheimer's Research UK, there are about 850,000 people living with dementia in the UK.
Yes.
Wow.
It's a lot, and that's people that have been diagnosed. I think a lot of people that live with dementia that just think it's old age, but it isn't just old age. It is something more than that.
So tell us about Dad. What was he like before the diagnosis, and what's he like now? What's changed?
He's just very withdrawn now because I think it's the confusion to talk to people. It's quite hard because obviously your brain's not functioning how it used to. What he's talking about doesn't always make sense. So I think he just isolates himself more. My mum is his main carer, but she's 82, so it's hard for her as well. And we know that he's going to get worse. It's not anything that can be fixed.
Wow.
It's a disease. It's a degenerative disease.
We're not gonna go to that. Say degenerative.
Degenerative. High five.
This is the reason why you have to watch our broadcast on YouTube. There are some things that you just can't catch if you listen to us. Okay, degenerative, yes. So
yes.
Tell me, what are the symptoms of dementia?
It's really people forgetting. I mean, a good quote actually that dementia had quoted is dementia is not just forgetting your keys, it's forgetting what your keys are for. For example, my dad has made tea all his life, a cup of tea, but now doesn't know how to make a cup of tea, doesn't know that the tea has to go in and pour water on the tea. My mum has to talk him through that. So it's things like that, really.
Wow.
So yeah, it's hard for everyone, but.
Well, I mean, usually in an interview like this, we want to talk about the symptoms, the medical terms, and everything, but let's not do that today.
No.
What effect has it has on you as a person?
Obviously, it's upsetting The person you love, you see, they're not going to be that person. I don't know however many years, but they won't be here, even though they are here in their, mentally. They're not going to be here. So that's hard, and you know what's coming. Really, I've got an uncle that's had it, and my mother-in-law as well. And I think there's just so many people now that are living with the disease. It's really tough for everybody.
And how do you cope?
You just have to, don't you? You just have day to day deal with it, day to day, really. But you have to.
Wow.
You haven't got a choice, have you?
Wow. I have a friend who I can't say this because it's not confidential. Who her mom is in Africa, and she told me I think her mom has got Alzheimer's or dementia or what's the relationship actually?
Dementia is a form of Alzheimer's.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I think the mom forgets everything.
Yes.
And the kids are abroad.
Right. Yes.
So they got a carer for the mom.
Yep.
And she said there was this day they got a call from Nigeria where the mom was, and the mom was on the phone. She got someone to call her daughter to say, there is a thief in my house. I don't know how she got here. I'm going to call the police. It's not a thief, it's a carer.
Yes,
who's
she's
been with her
forgotten.
For months.
Yes.
She's forgotten.
Yeah, that's how it is, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and if you haven't got the family support, then obviously that's the option that you have to go through. They'll either have to go into a home or get a carer in. So.
Wow. And you spoke about Tapestry.
Yes.
What other agencies are there to be consulted for support, and what do they actually do? What support do they offer?
There's all different clubs they can go to. I mean, I think if anyone's has somebody that they feel has got dementia, or obviously you start off with your GP. Okay. But Tapestry again is a good place to start. They'll point anyone in the right direction if they've got any worries or concerns. But yeah, I mean, Tapestry and your GP are probably the best places to start.
Okay. Living through this yourself, because of that, obviously. If I may ask you, how do I relate to a person with dementia? Say I met them in Romford, and I know they've got dementia. What do I don't know what to say to them. I don't even know how to talk to them. What do I do? No,
it is really difficult. I think that is the main problem. People don't know how to talk to somebody who's got dementia, and it is very, very hard. I think you just got to be patient and understanding, and they'll tell you things that you think don't make sense. But as long as you can and don't correct them, just let them talk. And say what they want to say. They'll be confused, and but it's just really being patient and being there for people. I think we're not very patient at the moment, are we?
Nobody is.
No one's patient, and it's just spending that little bit of time, and that could make all the difference to that person. So
it makes sense now. Several times I've been in the bus, and you'll see senior citizens.
Yes.
Someone just starts to talk.
Yes. Yeah.
But then you'll see this other senior citizen who goes to them and just gives them a cuddle and listens to them. And I'm thinking, well, you did not know each other, and what he's saying doesn't really make sense.
Yeah, that's right. No, yeah. I mean, my mum and dad go to the Harold Hill Bowls Club.
Yes.
Which is fantastic. The people there are amazing. Shout
out to the Harold Hill Bowls Club. You guys are great.
Yes.
That was not a paid for advert, by the way.
But it's nice for them, my mum and dad, to be able to go there. My mum's obviously got time away from my dad, not on his own, to talk to their friends up there.
Okay.
So if anyone's feeling that something they want to do, they're brilliant, and they're always looking for new members there.
Wow, that's great. Now, you doing the marathon race in April.
Yes.
And obviously you're not here to talk to me.
No.
Just to talk to me. You're here to talk to me.
Yes. I am.
Yes. Well, we're, more importantly, we're here to raise support for what you do.
Yes.
So how can we support you? You've got a GoFundMe page, haven't you?
I have. Just Giving page, yes.
Okay, Just Giving page.
Yes,
okay.
yeah,
okay.
That's set up. So if anyone feels like they'd like to make a donation, that would be absolutely fantastic.
And at the end of this show, if you go on our website, www.radioharoldhill.co.uk, there would be a link in the news segment that says Support Sandra Long. Please click on it and be generous in your donation. Okay, so apart from donating online, what else can people do to support you?
Just if they've got any like local shops, I'm doing lots of events to raise money, quizzes and race nights. So if anyone's got anything that I could raffle,
Okay,
that would be brilliant as well. Just
I've got something.
have you? That's brilliant. I've got my first donation.
Yeah, I just pointed to my colleague Sarah. Never a boring moment with her. Oh, God. Sarah, that was a compliment. Okay, so if anyone has got anything that they can donate,
yeah, either bring it to you here if that's fine.
Oh, that's okay.
Or Harold Hill Bowls Club, they can always drop it off there.
Okay, that's good. Now, there is this thing about Alzheimer's being linked with old age.
Yes.
What have you got to say to that?
It's not necessarily linked to old age. People as young as 30 can get it. So people just think it's part of the aging process, but it isn't. It is a natural disease of the brain. And obviously it does affect probably the majority of the older generation, but it still can affect younger people as well. And Alzheimer's research is just looking, of ways to stop that, really.
Okay. So tell us more about Alzheimer's research.
Well, Alzheimer's research, they're currently supporting 140 research projects across the UK, worth about 22 million. And all the charities' research is funded by public donations. And what they say is that dementia is used to describe a collection of symptoms, including a decline in memory, reasoning and communication skills, and the ability to do day-to-day tasks. So they know there'll never be, they'll never get rid of dementia. It'll always be there, but they're just trying to sort of slow it down.
So there is no cure for it?
No cure, no cure for it. So that's why their research is so important, because who knows, one day they may be, but that's why they're continually researching to just try and find ways of.
Does Dad remember things from back in the day?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and again, this is something that Havering do run. They run a club where people with the similar symptoms will all get together, and that's the sort of things they like to talk about.
Okay.
Singing is really good.
I was going to say, so he'll remember the Beatles.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to play, in honor of your dad.
Okay.
Dedicated to him. I'm going to play, what do you want me to play from the Beatles? Hello, Goodbye. Hello, Jude. Let It Be.
Let It Be.
Okay, so we're going to play Let It Be, and we'll be back after. Back to Radio Harold Hill on www.radioharoldhill.co.uk. We do love the Beatles, but I'm sorry we gotta have to stop it here. Yes, we do love the Beatles, don't we, Sandra? We do. We do. Sure?
Yeah.
Okay. You're a fan?
Yes.
You're a good woman. If you're a fan of the Beatles, then you're a good woman. Sarah, are you a Beatles fan? Yeah. That's a very weak yes. Are you sure you're a fan, Sarah? Yeah. Sure? I'll find. Did you include that in your CV? No. Okay, you need to include that in your CV. You're welcome back, and we're still interviewing Sandra Long, who is raising money for Alzheimer's Research UK. Let's go back to talking more on dementia. Now, is there anything that anyone can do to prevent dementia?
Yes, the research is showing that there could be simple things that could help reduce the risk for certain people.
Okay.
And what the Alzheimer's Research UK have said is that they know that cardiovascular risk factors are also risk factors for dementia. So the usual health messages like a healthy diet and keeping your blood pressure in check. Also regular exercise and not smoking could also help to lower our risk of dementia in later life. So that's things that people could do, to help themselves.
Okay. Oh, okay. That's good. Is there you said there is no cure?
No.
Is there any form of treatment that can slow it down?
My dad does take some tablets, and I think it is helping to slow it down.
Okay.
Definitely. And I think the earlier that you get diagnosed, and if you are taking these tablets, and I think that will definitely help.
Okay.
So I think early diagnosis is probably key.
Okay. Now, I'm sure that did not just... was it diagnosed as a routine check? Or there was a problem and yourself, the family and mom told him you have to go now
Yes.
to the GP?
Yes.
Okay. What were the things that you noticed?
Just not being getting forgetful, rambling a little bit. Just he was. We could see he was changing, and we obviously took him to the GP, and they did various tests, an MRI scan they do, blood tests, and it was diagnosed from there, and from that we got obviously the help from different people to.
In the early stages of the diagnosis, what support did you... I'm sure he would be all over the place. He would be, as a man, you don't want to go through... As a human being, really.
Yes.
But then for us men, we have this inbuilt macho thing.
Yep.
Even if you're as slim as myself, you still want to be macho.
Yeah.
And you don't want to be seen as weak. You
No.
don't want to be.
No.
And I'm sure he'll probably try to still act strong. How
Oh,
did
definitely,
you...
yes, yeah.
And it can be shattering for a man.
Definitely.
How did you support him in those early stages? Those early days, rather. Sorry.
Yeah, just really, you need to find out what. I know people are, don't want to know what's wrong with them a lot of the time, but it's so important to find out what's wrong with you so that it can be dealt with. And again, with dementia, people just think they're getting old, and this is what happens to you, but that might not be the case. And I just urge everyone, really, male or female, to go to your GP and let them decide, and they might say no, you're fine, and if you're not, then you've got to deal with it. It's not something that's going to go away.
Yeah, I think what I'm saying is after the GP and after all those things, and when he was home now, and what support did you give to him, his family, in those early days?
I think it's still not believing probably that that's what that person's got, and probably for themselves. They because you don't know how so everyone is probably going to be different with the disease and do things differently. My dad isn't afraid of going to the GP, whereas some men could be, and so he was quite willing to go.
Okay.
So we just all we worked together with his appointments and took him. Me and my mum and my dad. But we, obviously we've got the family unit to support, so
That's
we all
good.
work together.
That's good.
That's
good.
But yeah, people need to go and make sure, we check.
Thank you. One more time to support Sandra, please go to our website. If you go to our website now, www.radioharrod.co.uk, and where it says news, just click on support Sandra Long's giving page, and you'll see a beautiful picture of Sandra in Alzheimer's Research UK vest, and then click on the link on the right, and it'll take you to Virgin Money page where you can give to Sandra. Looking at this now, the target is £3,000 and she's not raised anything. Harold Hill, what are you doing? She's one of us. Get behind her, support her. Whatever you can give will be okay. Please support Sandra Long. You never can tell. Alzheimer's might happen to any one of us.
Yeah, definitely.
So whatever you give now, I'm like a fundraiser myself.
You are.
So whatever
doing
you
a
give
grand
now,
job.
okay, thank you. Don't push it. So whatever you give now might actually be helping you. So please give for Sandra, but at the same time you're giving for you. One more time, go to Radio Harold Hill, and click on where it says news. Click on the support Sandra Long's giving page. Thank you so much for coming, Sandra. I think I've got one more question for you.
Okay.
You haven't got the dates for your 2016 events yet.
It's in April 2016. Yeah.
That's the marathon, but the other events.
Oh no. The other events I'll be holding are all going to be at the Harold Hill Bowls Club, and they have their own website.
Okay.
So, and also the events that they're holding, if anyone's interested in joining the club.
Okay.
So yeah, they'll all be on there. So yeah, more the merrier. It'd be great.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for listening. It's been Oyin on Radio Harold Hill. Thanks to Michael for the video, and thanks to my colleague here, Sarah, for not saying anything. Okay, she had to say something. Okay, I'm going to leave you again with the Beatles, and this is the Beatles singing Come Together.
Hi, my name's Sandra Long. I've just been on Radio Harold Hill, just raising funds for Alzheimer's Research UK. I'm running the marathon next year, in April 2016. If you'd like to donate, it would be fantastic. I have a page set up on the radio. There's a link there. It's virginmoneygiving.com/Sandra Long 1. Anything you can give, anything we can do to help Alzheimer's research will be amazing. Thanks very much.
Let's party. Find us online at www.radioharoldhill.co.uk or download the app. Radio Harold Hill.